Howdy Howdy, this is Blue Otter. We are playing Piramillo and Deep Freeze with trying to get reach our rank 12. We're going to do that by adding some penguins. Yeah, we're going to be able to, I think... some penguins this way. We're going to come down here with our polar domes, just quickly kind of checking out our abyssal tanks to make sure everything's going smoothly. And we're going to add them in the medium polar domes. Let's see how big we can get it first. We have that and there. Okay. So then we should be able to have a little bit like yeah, like about like so. Nice size room. We're going to... Now we get to the point we're going to pause the game momentarily. To set about some of the space that we need. Let's add an extra line right there. And we're going to have the keeper right there. So we're going to have like so. And then we will have one right there. It'll go up to there. And then we will have this go down and down. So now our penguins are cold water. They're the only two that are not in here. We need at least 2 Adelies, and we need 4 Emperors. Okay, so we need to add in our pumps. And we can you know what we're going to do? We're going to really quickly need 1, 2, 3. We're going to do this just a little bit more down. And we're going to start with moving this 1 over, up 1, and there. And then we'll add a second one right there. Now, first, what I want to do is we're going to add double filter with a nitrate. And then we're going to add our UV sterilization. Connecting to that one. Now we need, because we need to have more land. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to create double what is needed. So we need 790. We have 8 Okay, now we need the air conditioning, which we need at least 282. Now the air compressors don't go as far back. So we're going to, hold on, there we go. And these, I try to do them in sets of 2. That and like that. And then we're going to have our large air conditioner. One right after the other, and one of these at one point. There's our ice. So then we need to add, now they are in the aquarium. We're going to go under birds, and we need one more emperor penguin. So that should get us our 4 emperor penguins and our 2 Adelies. Now for this to work, there's a handful of things we need to do. First, we need to add all these different, I thought I had sprats somewhere in here. You know what? I know why it's showing as nothing. Is because it's not. Because when the door is locked like that, it is impossible to go through. Not to mention that we're just going to open that up, so you can open up the backstage area. Okay, now I need 4 of these landscape. So we're going to have some of the landscaping, and we're going to use some of this Antarctic grass. Right there. Because we do have Adelies, we are going to have these little rock piles. There we go. We've got 3 rock piles. And that gives some enrichment as well. And then we're going to come down here to enrichment, and we're going to do 2 rock tunnels. One here and one here. And we will have a kelp hoop right there. And that is a ton of enrichment. And then just for a little bit more, we can add to that. Now, they don't necessarily need any plants in the water, which is good. Now, what we can do is, I don't really want to move that down there. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to have a penguin toy shelf right there. Actually, wait. Can we move the penguin shelf, say right there, and then have the... Can it fit? Just barely fits. So we can have the penguin toy shelf right there. And then we can have the stuffed animals right there. Let's add a few more creature comforts here, such as some benches. And then we're going to pick up our podium, and we're going to place it right here. And instead of just being for polar bears, we're going to add the Adelie and the emperor penguin. So we can delete these items. And we need to add right here a doorway. And then we also need to delete these so that the polar bears can be seen. I'm going to leave that one in. And then we're going to open it up. So here we're going to continue to place out some different popcorn machines, and we do need to have those 3. But since these are available all here, we are going to do a sand eel, a sprat, and a supplement. So we have them all right there. Let's come back over to our employees. We can now hire a bunch more people. That will be awesome. Because we're going to, now we have one that's polar bears. We're going to assign some zones that are just the penguins. So we're going to have here feeding and fixing. We're going to create a new zone, and this is going to be right there. This is going to be the penguins. And let's go ahead and add a handful more. So Dante is going to come back up to no zone because he is such an instrumental. Quinn will come back. Quinn can go and help with the birds, and we're going to, yeah. Okay, so that is our, those are our, here is another one of our penguins. And we will add, here's to our penguins, and see if, do we have another fixing? Where we'll add to the birds. And hell will add to the otters and seals. Just because these are more high value things. So, alright. So really quickly, the area that I want to cover from the penguins is effectively this area. And we're going to include this area. So let me see the polar. This one is the polar bear. And we will include, go ahead and include this area, as well as overlapping, and we will include some of the merchandising. And we kind of split the difference with that because that is a huge task of maintenance. So let's see how this works, and let's go to fast forward. So now I have like 3 or 4 people that are just down here, and that is all they do. And let's see, as far as people go, we can add right in here. We'll go ahead and open this up. We are going to add some restrooms. There we go. Which means naturally here I'm going to include a sponge sink and a broom stand. Let's go ahead and include a, not here, another mic headset. Just in case we need another one. So there are some of our talks. So if we can get some of our talks coordinated, or probably if I cut down on some of the talks so that they were only the star talks, then we would probably nip this pretty quickly. But we are getting pretty close, so another couple and I feel like we'd be pretty good. Now these are doing much better. I do feel bad because we did lose we had a sea turtle. And then this one is just one fish in this entire tank. Because it can only can't be housed with anything that's not a scorpion fish or a lionfish, and it's the only one that I've got access to. So I could put it in a smaller tank. I could probably swap this out with this. That would probably be pretty cool. I might do that. But not right now. And here we are about to hit 6,000 and going up from rank 11 to 12. There we go. And we have some access to some other fish. The leafy sea dragon is one. This one's one that I've been dying for. And the mega tank, as well as the auto feeder. So the auto feeder is a lifeline, but it's almost one that I hate that it comes up so late, because you almost have to plan your aquarium from the start. So goblins, splendid. The happy owners, which makes the ARG rich. Guess what new abyssal treasure they've managed to bring to the surface? You know what to do. So we have the goblin shark. So they reach up to 80. They need 320. So they are going to be by themselves. So let's go through. What animals do I want to include? Got some more. This is just a regular cold water, so that will be cool. I wonder if I can put the lemon shark in. Probably not. Let's... You know what? Let's do that. Okay. You know what? I want the mega air conditioner. As much as the auto feeder would simplify things, it's not going to much matter when I don't have the room for it. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to open this area up, because it's going to have to go back here. So for this tank to work, I need the largest abyssal tank we can do. So that's 330. This is... Let me check. I think this is the same size as this one. Yeah, and this I only need 126. So what I'm leaning towards is getting a tank. Let's move this over a little bit. Because I need to have that. So I need 126. We could do this. Yeah, 193. That gives everybody some room. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to... Yeah, I've got room for everybody. Everyone's gonna go in a little smaller aquarium. Okay. But we're going to... This is why we have... We're gonna delete that. Then we're going to move this in. Like so. And I might have another one in here. Okay. So I know they are upset because nothing's attached to them. So there is not Kelpton Super Chilled. You literally have all the filtration. Okay. Is that... There we go. Let's also, just for duplicity's sake, we're going to add that to there. Okay. So that should be good for that tank. Where can I put this? So we're going to go ahead and draw this line. I need people to move. Let's have... food and drink, and trash. So we're gonna move this over one more time. This over there, that right there. Because that's gonna give a staff door right there. And then... Can I move this to right there? Yes, I can. And we can have this like so. And like so. We will move the balloons down in front of the ducks. And here is another tank. All right. 2 goblin sharks. Okay. So here are my goblin 1 and 2. Look at those. Look at them. Wow. Okay. All requirements met. So first we can do is add that to them. That should help with the filtration. Are they good for temperature? Oh yeah, I've got like, it's like 3450. I could almost add another one of these tanks and I would still be fine. Okay, so we need some rocks. So let's go over here and we're going to collapse all. I just want my rocks. Let me add, you need a 4x4 area. Okay, let me then put these rocks over here. Is that still good? Okay, we are still good. I don't want to overdo the rocks. That looks as though that is going to be it for them. They are Razor Claw and Supplement. So we're going to come back over here. We're going to do a Razor Claw, a Supplement, and then we're going to add a clipboard dispenser right here. And then we're going to come back over here and realize I have no more staff I can hire. We're going to extend the abyssal zone out to here. And we're going to extend it to here because if I need to let's move this in there, just like so. Because then if I need to if I need more cold or more filtration, I can always this gives me a little room to expand, but I can also always seal it up if I need to. Okay. Let's slow this down because I want to make sure that these guys are not going to have an issue. Look at those guys. They are gorgeous. Let's have a podium right here that can give a talk about the Goblin Shark. Beautiful. I want to spend some time while we have the Goblin Shark right there. We're going to, so there is the Mandarin Dragon net. Let's go through and look. We're just going to go down the list. One of the things I want to do is I do want to go through and make sure that everyone is up on their training, and I would really like to add a few more people down to Abyssal since they did just get that new tank. Let's send Olive down to the Abyssal zone. We're going to, yeah, this is coming from someone who typically does not do work zones, and this one had to have extensive work zones. Elliot, we're going to keep him on cleaning. That poor tropical section is just, it's not what I envisioned, and it wasn't a priority. It was just kind of like, and we'll kind of add a little bit to this section over here so it doesn't feel left out. Let's keep you up on a little bit of fixing, because I really want these people to be multitask between feeding, fixing, and then occasionally have someone that can come in and do some cleaning. While I'm looking at that, I do want to make sure, because I did notice that, okay, we did have some snow petrels. What is preventing you to breed once it's fully grown? So we've got 3 that can breed. Can't find pebbles. Okay. So that's what we need. Alright, let's pick our next research. We're just gonna go down the line. I am going to remove some of these grass. So that way they can have some place. Because that's apparently what they need, is they need that so that they can have babies. There we go. Have kids. Alright. Now, how are our goblins? Yeah. And with these, I like to have, if I'm going to have them in the back, I do like to have maybe this little observation window so that they're not forced to come out here. Owner's checklist. 12 down, 1 to go, and it's time we share the identity of the final abyssal animal with you. This is the giant phantom jelly. It's quite frankly enormous, and to transport it safely to the surface will cost hundreds of thousands. That's why it's important. It's so important to keep Piramillo's owner happy. Their next request is to have all of the abyssal species we've encountered so far safely ensconced in the aquarium. After that, they want you to obtain the highly prestigious rank 13. It's a tough ask, but you have our full confidence. So, yeah, so they need 9,500. Okay. So I feel pretty confident with this setup. And what I will probably do is I will have a small pathway that comes here, and we're going to have that final aquarium right here. I am envisioning, I do not know, but I'm going to envision that it is this tall vertical one, and it's going to, or it might be even a large vertical tank. But we have a, actually these are all larges. I didn't use any of the smalls. Alright. So with that, we have one last abyssal animal to have. And we are going to be able to, I think this eats animals. Yeah, 1 to 32. Yeah. Alright, with that, we are going to have to redo some of the things, especially the warm water, because we are getting the manta ray. We will be able to unlock the mega tank. So we might have to do a couple of things. But that will be for the next episode. So thank you for watching and have a great day.